Good morning, Rabotai. Yesterday we were speaking about some of the halachot of sitting versus standing during Tfilat Amida. Now, as the name connotes, Tfilat Amida, preferably Lefi Takanat Chachamim, should be standing with one's feet together. Like we spoke about yesterday, sometimes there are onasim, sometimes there are situations beyond one's control, and the person can't do anything about it, he has to sit. Now, we spoke about what happens if the onus passes. Another instance where this can happen is on a plane. Many times when a person's either on a plane or on a train, and the time for tefillah comes, and he wants to pray tefillat Amida. Now, what happens is, sometimes you get lucky and you can. Sometimes there's turbulence, and sometimes they get very antsy if you stand up. They say, they start announcing on the loudspeaker, sit down, sit down. So what do you do if Zman tefillah comes? So over there, bivadai, because of the sakana involved, you sit down and you pray Amida. What happens is, though, if when you land, or let's say the turbulence passes and you have a chance to pray and it's still Zman Tefillah, or let's say you land, the flight lands, you go into the airport, and it's still time to pray. Like we said yesterday, most poskim hold that once the onus passes, you are obligated to pray again standing. Nevertheless, there's a machloket, some poskim say you're already yotzeh, therefore over there what you should do is pray once again, b'tnai nedava. You should say, if I'm chayav to pray, then this is a tfilat chova. And if I'm not chayav to pray, if I'm already yotzeh, this should be tfilat nedava. You don't have to add anything into the tfilah, just pray it again. Now, this just a side point with regards to praying on the plane. Many gdolim, Maran Zechron V'Bracha included, they would not pray b'minyan on the plane. Sometimes, especially when they look for minyanim on the plane, sometimes you can have some people that are very aggressive to have you join the minyan on the plane. And they look at you weird if you don't join the minyan on the plane. What's wrong with you? But know that many Gdolei Olam did not. Maran Zechron V'Bracha, Agon of Shalom Azal Ben Auerbach also prayed b'yachid on the plane because they felt that praying b'minyan many times gets in the way of the flight crew, makes them nervous, makes them agitated, even if you do it normally. And usually the minyanim that do happen, it's usually praying next to the bathrooms, which is a she'elah if you can pray there to begin with the smell and whatever. Sometimes it's too rushed. A person can't pray too much b'chavana. In that situation, it's better to pray b'yachidut, like the Gedolei Olam did, with tov me'at b'chavana, me'harbe shelo b'chavana, and that is that's what a person should do. Also, even if you're praying by yourself, either by your seat or by an emergency exit, make sure it's not in a way that disturbs your neighbor, right? Sometimes, right, I've seen it on planes also, right? You look, there's not really zmanim on the plane, but as soon as you see a crack of light outside the window, boom, right? Everything breaks loose. Time pull out the tefillin, visit. People are sleeping. You have to use judgment. Sometimes a person, you don't have to destroy your neighbors just because it's time for tefillat shacharit. Yom Tov.